What's up, Mets fans? Welcome back to Talking Mets and Rob. How is everybody doing? Before I get started talking about Jordan Montgomery to the Mets, don't forget, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you're enjoying my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. All right, guys. So we know the Mets need pitching. They got to fill their rotation with quality to really good arms going into 2024. We got some part of the back end of the rotation mostly set with Severino and Quintana, and we have Kodai Senga in the front part of the rotation. But the Mets need at least two more starters to add to their rotation going into 2024. Obviously, they would need depth as well. But Jordan Montgomery is a very interesting pitcher for the New York Mets if they can land him. Why is that? He's already pitched in New York. He's probably not going to cost more than Blake Snell, most likely. He pitched in the playoffs, something that I think is very crucial for pitchers in the biggest moments, in the biggest games, a part of the playoffs. I think you need that type of pedigree on your team. The Mets don't really have much of that. And I think Jordan Montgomery is a good pitcher, a quality pitcher, a lefty. And I do think, and you see the numbers here, 3.2 ERA last year, 2.79 in Texas, and a 2.90 ERA in the playoffs last year with Texas, and he's a World Series champion. He is probably at the top of the list for the Mets. A lot of people believe Eduardo Rodriguez is a guy that they would go after. I think either one is okay. I'd be perfectly fine with that. But I like Jordan Montgomery more because I've seen him do it in New York. I do think that him coming back to New York, he has a chip on his shoulder to put it to the Yankees a little bit. Not that that matters in the Mets sense, where considering what they need to look at from Jordan Montgomery to bring him to the Mets. But I do think he would be a great addition to this rotation. And if you pair him with Yamamoto and Kodai Senga, with Quintana and Severino, that is a pretty damn good rotation going into 2024. Is it great? No. But time and time again, over the last couple of years, you've seen great rotations completely fall apart. The Padres have one of the better ERAs in baseball. They're going to have the Cy Young Award winner. Where did that get them? Sometimes you need quality pitching and guys that can give you innings in your rotation. The stats are not going to jump off the page during the season, but when you need them the most in the playoffs, that's when you really want them to do what they need to do. And Jordan Montgomery has proven that a little bit, very little with the Yankees and a good amount with the Rangers. And you saw what he did in the playoffs. And that just tells me this guy needs to be in the Mets rotation. And again, Jordan Montgomery is a quality pitcher, really good pitcher. Again, there's not many pitchers that have a 3.2 ERA in a season, and you can put him on your team and say, hey, we got a quality starter right here who also gives you innings. That's what Jordan Montgomery is. Now, there's projections for his contract around 4 to 6 years. I don't think he's going to get $200 million. I could see around 160 to 180 around that. Again, if you have to go that extra year to the 6th year, I say you do it. I think he's good enough. He shows no signs of breaking down. He doesn't have a crazy motion where you think he's going to have shoulder, arm issues, getting older in age and, going through the rest of his career. So would you give a 4 to 6 year deal? Yeah, I would. Pitching's a premium. I mean, even average starters are getting $13, $15 million. I mean, Aaron Nola, who is probably on the same level of Montgomery numbers wise, you look at that's 7 years, $170+ million. That's $25+ million a year. And that's probably where Jordan Montgomery is going to get. And, he pitched just as good as Nola did in the playoffs. So, do the Mets believe that Jordan Montgomery is one of the keys to their rotation? I believe he is. We heard that the Mets are going full bore on Yamamoto and Imanaga. Now, are the Mets going to go after those two Japanese pitchers and Montgomery? And, you already have, that's your rotation. What are they going to do with Severino at that point? Or, would they think about moving Severino to the bullpen in that situation as well? Because Stearns, in his quote, did not say if Luis Severino is going to be a starter or a bullpen piece, because the Yankees did use Severino in the bullpen a tad, and he was pretty damn good in the bullpen. So if the Mets go get Yamamoto, Imanaga, and Montgomery, would be pairing him with Senga and Quintana and Yamamoto. I mean, that is a really, really good starting five. And then you got to work on your bullpen. Absolutely, you got to work on your bullpen. But starting pitching and quality starting pitching that are guys that every fifth day you have a chance to win is important in season. You don't need guys to blow up numbers throughout the season and then come postseason time, they're nowhere to be found. The Mets have come to that over the last couple of years. And I think that's a huge problem for the Mets. Jordan Montgomery, 4 to 6 years between 160 and 180. I'm all on board with that. The postseason numbers speak for itself. He's pitched really well once he left the Yankees, and I think the Yankees were holding him back a little bit because there's something about pitchers leaving the Yankees that do better elsewhere. You saw it with Sonny Gray. You've seen it with Montgomery. And I don't think it's New York. That's the problem with Jordan Montgomery. I think it was the Yankees telling him analytically what to throw almost every single time. And I think he's a better pitcher when he feels confident in the pitchers he throws. And I think that's where the Mets are going to go here with Jeremy Hefner. And Montgomery is the perfect choice. If you had to choose between Erod and Montgomery, I will go Montgomery. Many reasons. Montgomery has been healthier. Montgomery has pitched in New York. And I see when he's done in the playoffs. Even though Erod has been good in the playoffs, recently, Jordan Montgomery has been damn good. And that's the type of pedigree I want on this Mets team. They've been lacking that over the last couple of years. And I do believe that Jordan Montgomery will be a New York Met very soon. And I think you're going to see a lot of these mid-level rotation guys like Erod and Montgomery, guys like that, come off the board before Yamamoto, and that's really going to be a sign that things will be moving and the hot stove will be burning quickly. And this winter meetings, I think, is going to be very, very exciting may not be exciting for some fans, but it will be exciting overall. So what do you guys think? Jordan Montgomery to the Mets, 4 to 6 years between 160 and 180. I mean, the numbers speak for himself, Met fans. What do you guys think? Should Jordan Montgomery be a New York Met? Let me know in the comments, guys. I have no problem giving Jordan Montgomery 4 to 6 years, around 160 and $180 million. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed this video, hit on that like button. If you enjoy my content, want to see more, want to get notified when I post my videos and when I go live, you guys know what to do. Hit on that subscribe button, everybody. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think about Jordan Montgomery addition to the New York Mets? What about his contract? Let me know in the comments, guys. I want to thank you for watching. And as always, Met fans, let's go Mets.